Hi everyone, it is Hanan from I Deserve Couture here to talk about the final fashion poll that we did for 2023. So we're going to talk about the results, we're going to talk about a couple of things, and I'm just going to give you numbers and statistics because I'm in my math era. So before I start, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit like, comment, share it with everybody that you know. But with that being said, I'm going to break down how all of this went, and then we're going to get into these results. So this is what I did. So on Instagram, I gave you 20 different categories, and I put a Q&A so everybody can vote and give their own suggestion. And after that, I wrote down all the suggestions and was writing them for 5 hours, and then saw who got the most votes and came up with 4 suggestions for each category. So for example, the category for the best designer, people voted for Jonathan Anderson, Pier Paolo, Matthew Blasi, Phoebe, everybody, but 4 designers that got the most votes ended up going to the final section, and then you could vote for them. So without further ado, I love saying that. I don't know why I love saying that. Okay, never. We're gonna go through these categories and see how you voted. By the way, I did not shave. I hope you don't mind. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing with my face for the rest of my life. Knowing me, I'm probably gonna shave tomorrow because this is going to itch. And you know what? Since I mentioned the best designer of the year, let's start with that category. So the top 4 designers that got the most votes were Daniel Roseberry from Schiaparelli, Miuccia Prada from Prada, Matthew Blasi from Bottega Veneta, and Jonathan Anderson from Loewe. My God, that sounds so official. Yeah. The spot number 4 went to Matthew Blasi from Bottega Veneta with 14%. Third spot went to Miuccia Prada from Prada with 26%. Second spot went to Jonathan Anderson with 27%. And officially, the designer of the year, according to you, is Daniel Roseberry with 34%. Now, do I agree with this? As much as I love Daniel, in my opinion, this year was definitely Matthew Blasi's year at Bottega. I have another video where I spoke about this. If you haven't checked it out, go here. I'm going to link it in the description of this video so you can check that out, because I named a couple of reasons why I think that Matthew Blasi was the best designer of this year. The second category was the biggest controversy of the year, and the top 4 votes were Schiaparelli Couture Animal Controversy, second one was Zara Ad Campaign, third was Balenciaga Gate, and the 4th was lack of the female creative directors in fashion industry. And this is how you voted. Schiaparelli Couture Animal Controversy ended up on the 4th spot with 4%. The Zara Ad Campaign ended up in the 3rd spot with 13%. Lack of female creative directors in fashion industry ended up on the 2nd spot with 18%. And the Oscar for the biggest controversy of the year still goes to Balenciaga with 66%. I do have to make a disclaimer. The reason why I chose Balenciaga is because everybody voted for Balenciaga. Balenciaga Gate actually did not happen in 2023. It happened in 2022. But there were a lot of votes for this, so I had to listen to what people are saying. I think that the people were still mentioning Balenciaga just because that controversy was so strong that it's still up in the air. People still associate that controversy with Balenciaga. Now, my vote went to the lack of female creative directors in fashion industry. I think the lack of female creative directors in the fashion industry is a serious problem. And this conversation has been brought up in a recent history a couple of times because most of the new creative directors are white gay men. The straight men are not complaining, but that's fine. This is fashion industry. This is kind of like our territory. I'm kidding. Third category that we had was the best collection. And the top 4 votes were Alexander McQueen for Spring Summer 2024, Schiaparelli Fall 2023 Couture, Prada Spring Summer 2024, and Bottega Veneta with Spring Summer 2024. And according to you, number 4 spot goes to Prada with 16%. Number 3 goes to Bottega Veneta with 22%. Alexander McQueen got the 2nd place with 27%. And according to you, the best collection of the year is definitely Schiaparelli Couture with 35%. I mean, personally, I love this collection. I think that Daniel Roseberry is a magician of fashion. I don't know a single person that doesn't like his work. So you know what? I agree with this. Next up, we have the best model of 2023. The top 4 models were Colin Jones, Nokiai, Vittoria Ceretti, and Naomi Campbell. And you voted like this. Number 4 spot went to Colin Jones with 10%. Naomi Campbell got the 3rd spot with 16%. Vittoria Ceretti, who I love so much, she got 26%. And according to you, the best model of 2023 is Nokiai with 48%. And do I agree with this? With every fiber of my being, I agree with this. Nokiai is a model that constantly delivers. I mean, this girl is just a hard worker. She's beautiful. She's very talented. Her walk is on point. So with this vote, I'm definitely agreeing. The next category went to best shoe. And this one was kind of tight, to be honest. And your top 4 votes were the Prada Bouquet Ballerina Flats, the Alaya Flats, Miu Miu Ballerina Flats, or Adidas Samba. This is how you voted. In the 4th spot went to Miu Miu. Number 3 went to Alaya Flats. Number 2 went to Prada got Bouquet Flats, and number 1 went to Adidas Samba. In my opinion, the best shoes of these 4, hands down, are Prada ones. They're just so beautiful. I love they're like a little piece of work. So for me, unfortunately, I do not agree with the majority, even though there was only like 2% difference between number 1 and number 2. Next category is the most talked about moment of 2023. These are the top 4 choices that you made. Number 1, Schiaparelli Couture Fall Show. Number 2 was Mugler Spring Summer 2024. Number 3 was Pharrell's debut show in Louis Vuitton. And number 4 was Sabato De Sarno's debut at Gucci. And this is how you voted. The 4th most talked about moment of 2023, according to you, went to Sabato De Sarno's Gucci with 14%. Number 3 went to the Mugler show, which was the Spring Summer 2024. Number 2 went to Pharrell's debut in Louis Vuitton with 31%. And the most talked about show of 2023, according to you, was the Schiaparelli Couture Fall show with 36%. Now with this, respectfully, I will disagree. In my opinion, the most talked about moment of 2023 was Pharrell's debut in Louis Vuitton. I also have a video about that. This is one of those moments that I love about fashion, where everybody chimes in and everybody has an opinion on something. When this show happened, everybody was talking about it, everybody was liking it or not liking it, and I think that it was a huge moment, not just in fashion, but culturally also. So in my opinion, this category definitely goes to him. Now for the next category, we have the best bag of the year. Your 4 suggestions were the sardine bag from Bottega Veneta, the Loewe squeeze bag, the Loewe puzzle bag, and Bottega Veneta's Andiamo bag. I love the fact that out of all of these brands, the battle is just between 2 brands. And this is how you voted. I feel like I'm hosting Eurovision Song Contest. Copenhagen, can we have your votes, please? Americans are like, what the hell is Eurovision? If you don't know what Eurovision is, I swear to God, you did not witness gay until you saw Eurovision. If you want, I'll make a whole video about Eurovision Song Contest, because Eurovision Song Contest is a phenomenon. Why am I talking about Eurovision? Oh, the best bag. Okay, never mind. So according to you, the bag with the least votes in this category is the Loewe squeeze bag with 10%. 3rd spot went to Bottega Veneta's Andiamo with 17%. 2nd was the Loewe puzzle bag with 23%. And according to you, the best bag of the season definitely goes to the Bottega Veneta sardine, which got 50%. With this one, I 100% agree. If you wonder why, click on this video again, because this is where I explain why I simply adore this bag. Spoiler alert, is because it's beautiful. I mean, that's it. Next category that we have is a category called I cannot believe someone bought that. And it's basically the category where you cannot believe that someone bought this fashion piece. This seems like a shady category, but I swear to God, it's not. And your top 4 choices for this category were the Mischief red boots, the Louis Vuitton Trompe-l'oeil boot, the Balenciaga towel skirt, and last but not least is the Balenciaga trash bag. Also, for the people that voted in this category and came up with these 4 answers, good job. Good job. Because these are like really good options, but this is how you voted. In the 4th spot is the Louis Vuitton Trompe-l'oeil boot, and they only got 14%. The 3rd spot went to Balenciaga trash bag. Now I have to be honest, I still love the trash bag. I'm sorry, I think it's the funniest thing ever, but it's a trash bag and it's Balenciaga. Like, I don't know, I'm crazy, I think. Now the second one was the Balenciaga towel skirt with 32%. Number 1 went to Mischief with 38% for their red boots, and I cannot explain how much I agree with this. Like, whenever I see these boots, I'm like, why? Why? If you like them, I'm so happy for you. That's great. I hope you wear them in good health. Good luck taking them off, because I saw videos where people cannot take them off. And I'm like, what's the point of a shoe if you cannot take it off? That's like jail for your feet. It doesn't make any sense for me. But you know what? If you like it, I'm very happy for you. Next category was the best campaign of 2023. And these are your top 4 picks. First one was Bottega Veneta with A$AP Rocky. Second one was Ferragamo's Renaissance. Number 3 was Loewe with Maggie Smith. And number 4 was Jacquemus AI campaign. And this is how you voted. On the 4th spot was Ferragamo's Renaissance with 14%. 3rd spot went to Bottega Veneta and A$AP Rocky with 22%. Jacquemus AI campaign snatched the 2nd spot with 29%. And according to you, Loewe and Maggie Smith won this category, and they are the best campaign of 2023 with 35%. Do I agree with this? No. I love Loewe and I love Maggie Smith. For me, the best 2 campaigns in this year were definitely Ferragamo's Renaissance and Balmain. If I had to choose between two of these, I'm going with Balmain hands down. I think the pictures of this campaign are just visually so appealing. The styling is on point, the models are on point, his photography is some of the best. I don't know what he does to these photographs, but I feel like he throws a spell on them, and these pictures just like come alive and exude so much elegance and beauty and sex appeal. I just cannot stop looking at them. But I think that this year had so many good campaigns, but my number one hands down is Balmain. Category was the best magazine cover category, and these were your top 4 options. First one was the September issue of American Vogue with the supermodels. The second one was also a September issue of Elle magazine featuring Zendaya. The third one was the June issue of American Vogue with Margot Robbie. And the last one was April issue of Vogue Philippines with Apo Van Gogh. And this is how you voted. Third spot went to September issue of Elle magazine with Zendaya with 12%. The second spot was a tie, and it's between the supermodel issue and Margot Robbie. Both of them had 21%. And it makes me very happy to announce that the best cover of 2023, you voted to be the April issue of Vogue Philippines with Apo Van Gogh, and I cannot agree more with this choice. The reason why I love this cover, this is not so much about fashion, but this is such a strong message. If you did not know, Apo Van Gogh is a tattoo artist, and she's 106 years old. Fashion is an industry that is obsessed with youth. Meanwhile, you have somebody who is on Vogue Philippines 106 years old and looks amazing, and it's normalizing the women that are all ages, not just 21. And that's why I cannot agree more on how amazing this cover is. All the people that voted for this cover, I full-heartedly agree with you. Next category was a brand that needs a shakeup in 2024. Again, this seems like a shady question, but I swear it's not. And these are 4 suggestions that you guys suggested. I did not suggest it, so you cannot blame this on me. First suggestion, Maria Grazia in Dior. Second suggestion was Virginie Viard in Chanel. Third suggestion was Demna Gvasalia in Balenciaga. And the fourth suggestion was Daniel Lee in Burberry. And this is how you voted. You voted. Number 4 went to Daniel Lee in Burberry with 10%. Number 3 went to Demna Gvasalia in Balenciaga with 22%. Number 2 went to Maria Grazia in Dior with 33%. And according to you, the brand that needs to shake up in 2024 is Chanel with Virginie Viard with 35%. You have no idea how many DMs I got that said, can we add one more option and put all of the above? I just found that funny. In my opinion, I think that the shakeup needs to happen in, you're curious? You're curious? It's not even Chanel and Dior, because like I know what they're going to give and their sales are good. I think that the shakeup needs to happen in Burberry just because we did not see any shakeup at all so far. Daniel Lee has been there for, I think this is his 2nd or 3rd season, but I don't see a shakeup that I expected to see from Daniel Lee and Burberry yet. Maybe with time, but I think that we hyped him up so much and we're expecting so much from him that for me right now, Burberry is a little bit of a letdown. But you know what? I'm staying hopeful. I hope that he turns it around and creates something that we're going to admire. Next category was overall most popular brand of 2023. These are your top 4 suggestions: Prada, Loewe, Miu Miu, and Bottega Veneta. 4th most popular brand of 2023 according to you was Bottega Veneta with 16%. Number 3 went to Prada with 20%. Number 2 went to Miu Miu with 26%. And according to you, the most popular brand of 2023 is Loewe with 37%. In my opinion, I'm going to vote for Bottega Veneta. I already discussed about this on this video. I think the Bottega Veneta had a tremendous year as far as the shows go, as far as campaigns go, as far as the news go, as far as their lifetime warranty bag program goes. So in my opinion, my vote goes to Bottega Veneta. Next category is the best collaboration of 2023. These are top 4 suggestions: Versace and Dua Lipa, Adidas and Wells Bonner, H&M and Mugler, and Swarovski and Skims. And this is how you voted. In the 4th spot was Swarovski and Skims with 17%. 3rd spot went to Adidas and Wells Bonner with 26%. H&M and Mugler snatched the 2nd place for the best collaboration with 27%. And according to you, the best collaboration of 2023 is Dua Lipa and Versace with 30%. So with this one, I'm going to agree with the majority. And since we have the best, we also voted for the least favorite collection of 2023. And these are your top 4 suggestions. First one was Mugler and H&M. Second one was Balenciaga and Erewhon. The third one was Nike and Tiffany. And the last one was Versace and Dua Lipa. And here are your results. On the fourth spot is Versace and Dua Lipa with 8%. Third spot went to Mugler and H&M with 15%. Your second least favorite collaboration of 2023 went to Balenciaga and Erhan with 30%. And your least favorite collaboration of 2023 went to Nike and Tiffany's with 47%. Do I agree? 100% yes. When you put Nike and Tiffany's, you expect a little bit more of creativity. That collaboration, in my opinion, was the peak of laziness. I made a couple of videos about that. I was super disappointed. If you're going to do a collaboration, do a collaboration. Don't just change one color and call it a day, please. Next category was the biggest trend of 2023, and these are your top 4 suggestions. Bows, color red, quiet luxury, and ballet flats. And here are the results. In the third spot came color red with 14%. The second spot is a tie between bows and ballet flats with 15%. And a huge winner in this category and the biggest trend of 2023 is the quiet luxury with 55%. With this one, I definitely agree. Quiet luxury had a moment, and I think that this year was definitely in a sign of quiet luxury. We saw it on so many people, so I think that the quiet luxury was that girl this year. Next category was the style icon of 2023. These are your top 4 choices: Margot Robbie, Zendaya, Hunter Schafer, and Julia Fox. And this is how you voted. Fourth spot went to Julia Fox with 10%. Hunter Schafer got the third spot with 25%. Zendaya came in second with 27%. Style icon of 2023, according to you, is Margot Robbie with 37%. Girl, if someone told me that 2023 is going to make a Margot Robbie a style icon, I would tell them, shut the hell up. You're lying. You're a liar. I don't want to talk to you. My mom told me not to hang out with liars. Bye. But here we are. And you know what I'm going to say? I'm just going to quote the Bible and say that the Lord works in mysterious ways. Praise the Jesus, praise Allah, praise Hare Krishna, praise all the gods above. Because I'm going to agree with you on this one. As much as I criticized her style over the last couple of years, thanks to Chanel, I'm going to praise her just because in this year, she definitely delivered. And this is not just a Barbie premiere. I think that people don't understand. There was the Bottega Veneta moment. There was the Ralph Lauren moment. I think that the Oscars dress was the Armani Privé, which hands down is one of my favorite Margot Robbie looks of all time. Besides this one, because I just love this look because it's so wrong that it's camp and I have to love it. But you know what, Margot? I'm happy for you. Which leads me to the next point. Margot Robbie, babes, I'm talking to you. Please do not change Andrew, your stylist. There's ways that everything can go wrong. We're on a good path right now. Lock him in a contract and do not let him work with anybody else. Every contract that you get him. He understands what we want, he delivers what we want, and we like him. So with that being said, I'm agreeing with Margot Robbie being the style icon of 2023. I'm sorry. So the next category is the stylist of the year. These are our top 4 choices: La Roche, Loda Volkova, Dara Allen, and Andrew Mukamal. Number 4 went to Andrew with 11%. Number 3 went to Dara with 16%. Loda Volkova got the second spot with 22%. And La Roche got 50% and won the best stylist of the year. Before I decide, let me just say one thing. I think that people don't know who Andrew is. I think that they don't know by the name and the last name that he was Margot Robbie's stylist for the Barbie premiere. If they knew that, I think that this chart would look different. And with that being said, as much as I love La Roche and his work, I'm going to have to go with Andrew for this one because in my opinion, he delivered the most fashion-worthy moments of this year. I have to be fair. The next category is a fashion moment that marked 2023, and here are your top 4 choices. First one was the Nokia closing the Mugler show. Second one was Sarah Burton leaving Alexander McQueen. Third one was the return of Phoebe Philo, and the last one was Beyonce's Renaissance look. These are your results. In the fourth spot, you have Nokia closing the Mugler show with 15%. In the third spot, you have Sarah Burton leaving Alexander McQueen with 26%. Second spot went to Beyonce's Renaissance looks with 29%. And the first one was the return of Phoebe Philo with 30%. Do I agree with this? Not really. For me, it was between Sarah Burton and Beyonce. Beyonce looks were a treat. And in my opinion, the best look of the whole Renaissance tour, and no one can tell me I'm wrong because in my world, I'm always right. The best look on Beyonce was the Pucci look because the Pucci look was brilliant. The colors, the patterns, the placement of jewelry, the little hat. For me, I'm going to go with Sarah Burton only because I love Alexander McQueen brand so much. And for me, the reason why I'm going to remember this show is because I liked Sarah's work, and she's the last link that we have to Alexander McQueen himself, even though Beyonce was so good. And the last category is Best Photographer of 2023. These were your top 4 choices: Rafael Pavarotti, Elisabetta Borodina, Steven Meisel, and Jürgen Teller. And here are your results. Third spot went to Jürgen Teller with 18%. The second was a tie because Rafael Pavarotti and Steven Meisel both got 24%, and according to you, the best photographer of 2023 is Elisabetta Borodina, who got 34%, and I cannot agree more. A couple of things that I love about her photography. First of all, she makes it look like a fairy tale. And if there's 2 things that I'm a sucker for, that is fashion and fairy tales. When you put those 2 combined, of course I'm going to be a sucker for her covers. She has a style of photography that is immediately recognizable to her, and for me that tells you everything that you need to know. For me, it was between her and Raphael because I love 2 of those photographers. My favorite campaign is Raphael's campaign for Balmain. But with this being said, Elisabetta is brilliant mind of fashion that is just so beautiful to watch grow and grow and grow. So with this, I 100% agree. Now, with all that being said, those were your results for this year's poll. It was a very interesting year of fashion. But yeah, with all that being said, thank you for watching this. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like, comment, watch again. Imagine being that bored that you have to watch this again. Hobby. Get into knitting. What am I saying? I'll talk to you soon. I hope everybody has an amazing day. Enjoy your day and Happy New Year.